Good morning, students. Hope all of you are fine. Beta, this lecture is also in continuation of chapter 13, and name of this chapter is Mahatma Gandhi and the Nationalist Movement. In previous lectures, we have discussed about the early campaigns of Gandhiji. With that, we also discussed about the non-cooperation movement and how Gandhiji became the nationalist leader and how people joined them. All these things we have discussed. So today's topic is the salt satyagraha. For several years after the non-cooperation movement ended, Mahatma Gandhi focused on his social reform work. As previously we have read that Mahatma Gandhi was a nationalist as well as he was a social reformer also. He just want to eradicate the social evils like child marriage and untouchability. So now Mahatma Gandhi focused on his social reform work. In 1928, he began to think of re entering politics. That year, there was an all India campaign in opposition to the all white Simon Commission, sent from England to inquire into conditions in the colony. Beta, this Simon Commission it came into India, and there was a lot of resistance for this Simon Commission because in this committee no Indian was there. So now Gandhiji did not himself participate in this movement, although he gave it his blessing, as he also did to a peasant satyagraha in Bardoli in the same year. In the end of December 1929, the Congress held its annual session in the city of Lahore, and the meeting was significant for two things. The first one was the election of Jawaharlal Nehru as president, signifying the passing of the baton of leadership to the younger generation, and the proclamation of commitment to Poon Swaraj or complete independence. And beta, do you know that in this Congress session of 1929, uh, this proposal was given of Poon Swaraj, and it was also declared that 26th January will be declared as the Independence Day. And do you know this was the historical reason that why 26th January is chosen as the Republic Day of our country. So now the pace of politics picked up once more. Now it again speed up. On 26 January 1930, Independence Day was observed. Like I was telling you that 26 January at that Lahore session, it was declared as the Independence Day, with the national flag being hoisted in different venues and patriotic songs being sung. Gandhiji himself issued precise instruction as to how the day should be observed. It means all these celebrations of the Independence Day, it took place according to the instruction of Gandhiji. It would be good, he said, if the declaration of independence is made by whole villages, whole cities even. It would be well if all the meetings were held at the identical minute at all the places. So this was the view of Gandhiji of uniformity, that Independence Day should be celebrated in all the cities, all the villages, and at the same time. Gandhiji suggested that the time of the meeting be advertised in the traditional way by the beating of drums, and the celebration would begin with the hoisting of the national flag. And the rest of the day would be spent in doing some constructive work, whether it is spinning or service of untouchables or reunion of Hindus and Muslims or prohibition work, or even all these together, which is not impossible. So means when we are just reading all these things, so the vision of Mahatma Gandhi is very clear with this. Participants would take a pledge affirming that it was the inalienable right of the Indian people, as of any other people, to have freedom and to enjoy the fruits of their toil. So, it was also declared that it should be the freedom and independence should be the right of every Indian, and that if any government deprives the people of these rights and oppresses them, the people have a further right to alter it or abolish it. और अगर कोई गवर्नमेंट ऐसी है who is not taking care of the rights of the people and just exploiting them, उनको दबाया जा रहा है, then people have the right to alter it. Then लोगों को right है कि वो इन सब चीज़ों को change करें and even abolish it or means remove them also. Now the further topic is given the Dandi. Dandi Yatra, that is very famous in history. Soon after the observance of this Independence Day, Mahatma Gandhi announced that he would lead a march to break one of the most widely disliked laws in British India, which gave the state a monopoly in the manufacture and sale of salt. Beta, at that time, one law was passed that was known as the Salt Law, that manufacturing of salt and the sale of salt, it was the monopoly of this colonial government. And salt is the something that is very close to the people. So that is why now Mahatma Gandhi thought to break this law. His picking on the salt monopoly was another illustration of Gandhiji's tactical wisdom. Do you know Mahatma Gandhi? He always thought of different ideas just to oppose the colonial government. For in every Indian household, salt was indispensable. Like I was telling you, it is a thing that is very much common to the people. Yet people were forbidden from making salt even for domestic use, compelling them to buy it from shops at a high price. The state monopoly over salt was deeply unpopular. By making it his target, Gandhiji hoped to mobilize a wider discontent against British rule. You can see this image also, beta. This image is of the Dandi March of March 1930. Where most Indians understood the significance of Gandhiji's challenge, the British Raj apparently did not. Although Gandhiji had given advance notice of his salt march to the Viceroy Lord Irwin, but Irwin failed to grasp the significance of the action. अब motive क्या था इस दांडी मार्च का? Even the earlier notice was given to the British government कि महात्मा गांधी ये दांडी मार्च start करेंगे, but they didn't understand the significance behind this. And on 12 March 1930, Gandhiji began walking from his ashram at Sabarmati towards the ocean. He reached his destination 3 weeks later, making a fistful of salt as he did and thereby making himself a criminal in the eyes of the law. Meanwhile, parallel salt marches were being conducted in other parts of the country. बेटा और जो दूसरे पार्ट्स है कंट्री के, there also the same type of marches took place, like Sarojini Naidu was there. And here also this figure is given of 13.7, picking up natural salt at the end of the Dandi March on 6th April. Right? As with non-cooperation, apart from the officially sanctioned nationalist campaign, there were numerous other streams of protest. Across large parts of India, peasants breached the hated colonial forest laws that kept them and their cattle out of the woods in which they had once roamed freely. Do you know that so many strict forest laws were passed by the British government? And earlier it was the community property, means people they can just leave their cattle for grazing over there, So now peasants, they were just breaking these forest laws. In some towns, factory workers went on strike while lawyers boycotted British courts and students refused to attend government run educational institution. As in 1920-22, now too Gandhiji call had encouraged Indians of all classes to make manifest their own discontent with colonial rule. Means महात्मा गांधी का विजन क्या था कि every person, every individual of the country, he should protest himself. हर एक का डिफरेंट वे होना चाहिए कॉलोनियल गवर्नमेंट को अपोज करने का. लाइक अभी हमने पढ़ा, लाइक फैक्ट्री वर्कर्स वर अपोजिंग, पीजेंट्स वर अपोजिंग, स्टूडेंट्स वर अपोजिंग, लायर्स वर अपोजिंग, एंड द रूलर्स रिस्पॉन्डेड बाय डिटेनिंग द डिसेंटर्स. और ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट क्या करती थी बेटा? whosoever was opposing them, they were just putting them behind the bars. And in the wake of the Salt March, nearly 60,000 Indians were arrested, among them, of course, Gandhiji himself. And the progress of Gandhiji's march to the seashore can be traced from the secret reports filed by the police officials deputed to monitor his movement. Means गांधी जी क्या कर रहे हैं, everything was under strict supervision. These reproduce the speeches he gave at the villages en route, in which he called upon local officials to renounce government employment and join the freedom struggle. अब बेटा, when he was just marching for Dandi, then on the way, so in so many, on the route, so many villages were there. Mahatma Gandhi stayed over there, and he just called the people to leave the government employment and to join the freedom struggle. In one village, Vasna, Gandhiji told the upper caste that if you are out for Swaraj, you must serve untouchables. उन्होंने क्या बोला? जो हायर कास्ट के लोग थे, इफ़ यू वांट स्वराज, इफ़ यू वांट सेल्फ रूल, द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग दैट यू शुड सर्व द अनटचेबल्स. You won't get Swaraj merely by the repeal of salt taxes or other taxes. For Swaraj, you must make amends for the wrongs which you did to the untouchables. अब उन्होंने क्या बोला ये हाई कास्ट पीपल को? that if they want the Swaraj, they should serve the untouchables, and whatever wrong they have done to their people only. For Swaraj, Hindus, Muslim, Parsis and Sikhs will have to unite. These are the steps towards Swaraj, and the police spies reported that Gandhiji's meetings were very well attended by villagers of all caste and by women as well as men. मतलब जो जब वो कोई भी मीटिंग लेते थे बेटा, so many large number of people attended that meetings, and they observed that thousands of volunteers were flocking to the nationalist cause. Among them were many officials who had resigned from their posts with the colonial government. Writing to the government, the district superintendent of police remarked, Mr. Gandhi appeared calm and collected. He is gathering more strength as he proceeds. अब उन्होंने क्या अपना व्यू दिया कि जो महात्मा गांधी हैं, he is very much calm, but he is gathering more strength as he proceeds. As he is just going forward, he is getting more and more strength. The progress of the Salt March can also be traced from another source, the American news magazine Time. This, to begin with, scorned at Gandhiji's looks, writing with disdain of his spindly frame and his spidery loins. Thus, in its first report on the march time, was deeply skeptical of the Salt March reaching its destination. It claimed that Gandhiji sank to the ground at the end of the second day's walking, and the magazine did not believe that the emaciated saint would be physically able to go much further. मतलब like it took 3 days to complete the salt march. तो इस मैगजीन में क्या मेंशन किया गया था बेटा? It was mentioned in this magazine that on the second day of walking only, Mahatma Gandhi, he was just physically unable to move forward. But within a week, it had changed its mind. The massive popular following that the march had garnered raw time had made the British rulers desperately anxious. Gandhiji himself they now saluted as a saint and statesman. को पता है there were so many British people who respected a lot for Gandhiji, who was using Christian acts as a weapon against men with Christians beliefs. लाइक बेटा जो क्रिश्चियनिटी होती है उसमें भी ना इक्वलिटी है ऑलमोस्ट. लाइक कास्टिज्म इज नॉट फॉलोड इन द क्रिश्चियनिटी एंड द सेम एथिक्स वर फॉलोड बाय महात्मा गांधी ऑल्सो. So beta, this was the topic for today. Hope all of you have understood the topic. Thank you and have a nice day.